Welcome to the Irish Spirituals presentation on this Shivaraatri Rishi, Bodh, Utsav, Satsang. We pray that you're all having a good day and you're sitting tonight to join us in the Satsang. As we begin tonight, let me welcome you, your beautiful voices, to join us in this bhajan. Swagat Sabha Jana Is Mandir Ho. स्वागत सब जन इस मंदिर हो भक्ति स्वाति की धार सुंदर सुमधुर गान हमारो रंजन सब नर नार स्वागत सब जन इस मंदिर हो ईश सगुण निर्गुण विनाशी मात पिता अरुयार तोड़ भरी हम वात्स सदाही तार हमें संसार तार हमें संसार सुमधुर गान हमारो रंजन सब नर नार स्वागत सब जन इस मंदिर हो भक्ति स्वाति की धार स्वागत सब जन इस मंदिर हो आर्य समाज नमस्ते भावे वेद प्रकाश खंड पखंडा होतल खावे जान जगत उजियार हो जान जगत उजियार सुंदर सुमधुर गान हमारो रंजन सब नर नार स्वागत सब जन इस मंदिर हो भक्ति स्वाति की धार स्वागत सब जन इस मंदिर हो तीर्थ भया यह गोत लगावे पुण्य यहाँ प्रसार संगति संतन ने मचावे शोभन सब व्यवहार हो शोभन सब व्यवहार सुंदर सुमधुर गान हमारो रंजन सब नर नार स्वागत सब जन इस मंदिर हो भक्ति स्वाति की धार स्वागत सब जन इस मंदिर हो as we compose our thoughts, our emotions, and an entire personality, before we begin tonight, let's chant once the Gayatri Mantra. Om Swaha तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् अथर्वणम्. As we sip this sacramental water, we ask God, to God, may this water be that form of purification for our inner body, our sense organs, and our limbs. Om Amrito Pastaramasi Swaha. Om Amrita Pidhanamasi Swaha. Om Satyam Yasha Shrirmai Shri Shrayata Swaha. Athanga Sparsha. Touching our various limbs and sense organs with this water and asking God to bless our limbs and sense organs. Bless them that they may always function in harmony with each other. Om Vangamayaste Astu. Om Nasur me Prano Astu. Om Akshanor me Chakshur Astu. Om Karnior me Srotam Astu. Om Bahur me Balam Astu. Om Kurvarma Ojo Astu. Om Arishtani Mengani Tanustanvami Sahasantu. Atheshwara Stuti Prarthana Upasana. Om Vishwani Deva Samitara Duritani Parasuva Yadhadram Tana Swa. Om Hiranyagarbha Samavartatagre Bhutasya Jatah Patireka Asi Saradhar Prativindya Mutevam Tasmai Deva Yahavisha Vidhema. Om Yahatmada Baladaya Yavishwa Upasate Prashisham Yasya Deva Yasya Tasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema. Om Ya Pranato Nimishato Mahitvaika Idraja Jagato Ya Ishe Asya Dvipajasya Tushpada Tasmai Devaya Havisha. Om Yena Jaurupra Prithvi Chadvida Yena Swastavitam Yovantarikshe Rajaso Vimana Tasmai Devaya Havisha. Om Prajapati Natvade Kanyanya Vishwajatani Parita Bhuva Yatvamaste Johamastato Asta Mayam Syama Patayo Reinam. Om Sato Bandure Janita Sa Vidhata Dhamani Veda Bhuvanani Vishwa Yatra Deva Amritama Shanas Tritiye Manadai Prayan. Om Agni Nayak Supathara Yasman Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidvan Yuyodhyasma Jora Yamino. ये सकल जगत की उत्पत्ति करता समग्र ईश्वर युक्त शुद्ध स्वरूप सरसकों के दाता परमेश्वर करके हमारे संपूर्ण दुर्गुण दुर्व्यसन और दुखों को दूर कीजिए। जो कल्याणकार गुण कर स्वभाव वाले पदार्थ है वह सब हमको प्राप्त कराए। We pray to God, O Creator of this universe, and O radiant cause of all manifestations, do remove from us everything that's difficult in our experiences and all our tendencies to transgress your laws, and bring unto us everything that's beautiful, benevolent, and auspicious. And O Prajapati, O master of this entire creation, no one except you can control the creatures of this world and of other invisible worlds. May those desires for which we come to your shelter this evening be fulfilled. May we be masters of earthly and spiritual riches. Yateshwara stuti prarthana upasana prakaranam. Oh, atha swasti vachanam. Om Agnimire Purohitam Yajasya Devam Ritvijam Ogaram Ratnadharamam Om Sanapiteva Sudave Agni Supayano Bhava Sachaswada Swastane Om Swasti no Nimitam Ashvina Bhaga Swasti Devyaditirnarvana Swasti Pusha Asuro Dadhatuna Swasti Dyava Prithvi Suchetura Om Swastai Vayu Buprabrava Somam Swasti Bhuvanasya Yaspati Brihaspatim Sarvaganam Swastai Swasti Adityaso Bhavantu Naha Om Vishve Devano Adya Swastai Vaishvanaro Vasurati Swastai Deva Avantari Bhava Swastai Swasti no Rudra Atvam Hasa Om Swasti Mitra Varuna Swasti Pachirevati Swasti Na Indrascha Nischa Swasti no Harite Krihi Om Swasti Padha Manucharima Surya Chandra Masaviva Punarata Nata Janata Sangame Mai Iti Sankshepatāh Swasti Vāchanam Atha Shanti Karanam. We pray for peace on this Rishi Bodh Utsav evening. We pray that may God bring us peace from above, peace into our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions and interactions. May peace come to us from all directions. Om Shana Indragni Bhavatam Mahodvi Shana Indra Varuna Radhavya Shamindra Soma Suvitan Shanyo Shana Indra Pushana Vajasato Om Shano Bhagha Shamuna Shansu Astu Shana Purani Samusanduraya Shana Satyasa Suyamasya Shansaha Shano Aryama Purujadu Astu Om Shano Dhata Samudhata No Astu Shana Purachi Bhavatu Swadabhi Shamrodasi Brihati Shano Adri Shano Devana Subhavani Santo Om Shano Agni Jyotirani Astu Shano Mitra Varuna Vashvinasham Shana Sukritani Santo Shana Ishiro Abhivaduvadaha Om Shano Dyava Prithvi Purvavata Shamantariksham Drisheno Astu Shana Oshadir Marino Bhavantu Shano Rajasas Atirastu Jishnu Om Shana Indro Vasudhidevo Astu Shamadite Bhirvarna Shisansaha Shano Rudro Rudre Bhirjalasha Shanastvastagna
Virashrirotu. Om Shana Somo Bhavatu Brahmashana Shano Gravana Samasantu Yajya Shana Swaruna Mitayo Bhavantu Shana Prasva Samavastu Atha Shiva Sankalpa Mantra. Tanme Manahar recurring refrain in these mantras. Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu. O God, may that my mind, may our minds be filled with beautiful, benevolent thoughts of each other, benevolent thoughts of our entire family, benevolent thoughts of our community. Om Yajagrata Duramune Devam Tajustasya Tatheti Duramam Jyotisa Jyotirekam Tanme Manah Shiva Sankalpamastu. Om Yena Karmani Apaso Manishino Yachi Krinavanti Vidatim Shahira Yadapurvam Yakshamantaha Prajana Tanme Manah Shiva Sankalpamastu. Om Yat Prajanamutacheto Dritishya Yajyotirantaramritam Prajasu Yasmanarite Kinchana Karma Kriyate Tanme Manah Shiva Sankalpamastu. Om Yenedam Bhutam Bhuvanam Bhavishyat Grihitam Amritena Sarvam Yena Yajastayate Saptahota Tanme Manah Shiva Sankalpamastu. Om Yasmin Richa Samyajumshi Yasmin Pratishtitha Ratanabha Vivara Yasmin Sittam Sarvabhutam Prajana Tanme Manah Shiva Sankalpamastu. Om Susharatya Swami Vayan Manushya Neniyate Bhisha Bhedva Jinaiva Haripratistam Yarajinam Jabishtam Tanme Manah Shiva Sankalpamastu. Tanme Manah Shiva Sankalpamastu. A prayer for peace. Peace for our environment. Peace for the plant kingdom. Peace for the animal kingdom. And peace for humanity. Om Sanaha Pavasva Shangave Shanjaraya Shamarate Shamrajano Shadibhya. And for Abhayam Dan, this gift of fearlessness, in the same way that Mool Shankar displayed fearlessness on the Shivaraatri night when he had his Bodh. Tonight we pray that may we also display and exhibit that gift of fearlessness. Om अभयं न करत्यन्तरिक्षम् अभयं द्यावा पृथिवी उभे इमे अभयं पश्चादभयं पुरस्तात् उत्तरात् अधरात् अभयं नो अस्तु ॐ अभयं मित्रारभयम् अमित्रात् अभयं जातारभयं परोक्षात् अभयं नक्तमभयं दीवानाः सर्वश मम मित्रं भवन्तु सर्वश मम मित्रं भवन्तु इति संक्षेपतः शान्तिकरणम् अथ अग्निप्रदीपनम् Agnihotram. As we kindle this diya tonight, we ask God that may the light from this diya remove darkness from our lives. In the same way that darkness is removed from Mulshankara's life, that awakening that he had on this Shivaraatri night, may God remove darkness from our life. ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वर्योरिव भुम्ना पृथिवीवरिम्ना तस्यास्ते पृथिवी देवयजनि पृष्ठे अग्निम्मना दमना ध्यायादि ॐ उद्भृत्य स्वाग्नि प्रतिजाग्रहि त्वमिष्टा पूर्ते संसृजे आमयं च अस्मिन् सदस्ते अद्युतरस्मिन् विश्वे देवा यजमानस्य सियता Samidhana, offering fuel onto this fire. Om Ayantai Mahatma Jatavirasene Dhyasvavardhasva Chena Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nanadena Sabidhaya Swaha Idamagnai Jatavirase Idana Mama Om Samidhagnim Dhurvasya Tavrithai Bodhayatatitim Asmin Havya Jotana Susamidhayesho Shishi Dhritam Tibram Jotana Agnaye Jatavirase Swaha Idamagnaye Jatavirase Idana Mama Om Tantva Samidhirangiro Kritena Vardayamasi Brahashochaya Vishtaya Swaha Idamagnaye Angirase Idanamama Panchakritahuti 5 ghee oblations as we make oblations on in this Vedi. We ask God to once again purify our lives, remove any kind of negative vibrations that may exist in our personality. Om Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jata Vedastene Yasvavardhasva Chena Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nanadena Sabidhaya Swaha Yamagnai Jatavirase Idana Mama Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jatavirase Yasvavardhasva Chena Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya पशुभिर ब्रह्मा वर्चसे नानायेन समेधय स्वाहा इदमग्नये जातवेदसे इदन्नमः ॐ अयन्त इद्म आत्मा जातवेदस्ते यस्ववर्धस्वचेदवर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मा वर्चसे नानायेन समेधय स्वाहा इदमग्नये जातवेदसे इदन्नमः ॐ अयन्त इद्म आत्मा जातवेदस्ते यस्ववर्धस्वचेदवर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मा वर्चसे नानायेन समेधय स्वाहा इदमग्नये जातवेदसे इदन्नमः. The fifth time. Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jatavedase Yasvavadhasvachedavardhaya Jasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Vanchase Nanayena Samedhaya Swaha Idamagnaye Jatavedase इदन्नमः अथ जल सिंचन ईस्ट वेस्ट ओम अदितेर्मन्यस्व ओम सरस अनुमतेर्मन्यस्व ओम सरस्वतीर्मन्यस्व ओम देवः सविता प्रसवयजं पतिं भगाय दिव्यो गन्धर्व कीर्तपु कीर्तना पुनातु वाचस्पतिर्वाचन स्वरतु. Aghadam Ajya Bhagahuti. The oblations for us into the northern side, the Kund, and then to the southern side, and the next two into the center. Om Agnaye Swaha Idamagnaye Idanamah Om Somaya Swaha Idam Somaya Idanamah Om Prajapate Swaha Idam Prajapate Idanamah Om Indraya Swaha Idam Indraya Idanamah. Hear our sound. Sayankala Ahuti. Om Agnira Jyotira Jyotiragni Swaha Om Agnira Varsho Jyotira Varsha Swaha Om Agnira Jyotiragni Swaha Om Sajura Devena Savita Shivaraatri Madhya Joshano Agnirvetu Swaha Om Studio Jyotira Jyoti Surya Swaha Om Studio Vacho Jyotira Vacha Swaha Om Jyoti Surya Studio Jyoti Swaha Om Sajura Devena Savitra Sajurusha Sindravajya Joshanaha Suryo Vetu Swaha Om Bhuragnaye Pranaya Swaha Idamagnaye Pranaya Idanamah Om Bhuravayave Panaya Swaha Idamagnaye Panaya Idanamah Om Swaradityaya Dhyanaya Swaha Idamadityaya Dhyanaya Idanamah Om Bhurabhuvah Swaragni Vayuvaritebhyah Pranapan Dhyatebhyah Swaha Idamagni Vayuvaritebhyah Pranapan Dhyatebhyah idana Om Apo Jyotirasो Amritam Brahma Bhurbhuva Swarum Swaha Om Yamina Devagana Pitaraschopasate Tayama Manya Medayagni Medha Vinam Guru Swaha Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasva Yadbhadram Tannasva Swaha Om Agni Naya Supatharai Asma Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidvan Yuyodhyasmat Jurana Meno Bhuristante Namuktim Vidhema Swaha. At this time, we invite Contributing Ram Samoj to present the special mantras for this Shivaraatri Rishi Bodh Utsav. Sanaji.
As we observe the Rishi Bodh of the Maharshi, so too in these mantras, we ask the Lord to give us a Bodh as well. And if we cannot get a Bodh in this lifetime, then at least, O Lord, grant us intelligence. Give us a good intellect, a sharp intellect. We make offerings as we chant these mantras. Om Sadasaspati Madbhutam Priyamindrasya Kamyam Sanim Medhamaya Sinim Swaha. We beg thee, O God, who is most worthy, the greatest of all, the friend of all, to grant us those things that are worthy of enjoyment. Bless us with a sharp intellect. For all these blessings, I will surrender all selfishness. Om Yam Idham Devagana Pitarashchopasate Tayama Madhyamedhayagni Medhavinam Kuru Swaha. O God, may you instill in us such knowledge that are necessary for the wise ones and those who protect us. To acquire such knowledge, I surrender all selfishness. Om Idami Varuno Dadatu Medhamagni Prajapati Medhamrindrascha Vayuscha Medham Dhata Dadhatu Me Swaha. O great Master, give us good intellect. O protector of all, give us brilliance. O prosperous one, the cause of motion, give us great intelligence. O support of this whole universe, give us sharp intellect. For all these we surrender all selfishness. Om Idhamaham Prathama Brahmanvati Brahmajutamritishtatam Prapitam Brahmachari Bhirdivanamavasi Uve Swaha. All scholars praise knowledge and beg to obtain such knowledge. Sharp intellect is called Medha Buddhi, by which knowledge is established in the mind. If intelligence becomes sharp, then man can become virtuous. Therefore, everyone should improve his intellect. Om Naya Siddhvati Dvishaha Krinosh Yuktha Shansinaha Nibhihi Suvira Uchyase Swaha. He is a brave hero who who sends away his enemies and steer them from the wrong path onto the righteous path. He influences all by his conduct. Therefore, everyone should praise the brave ones and reject cowardice. Om Ojusyojo me daha swaha. Om Sahosi Saho me daha swaha. Om Balamasi Balame daha swaha. Om Ayuryasi Ayurme daha swaha. Om Shrotramayasi Shrotram me daha swaha. Om Chakshurasi Chakshurme daha swaha. Om Paripana Masi Paripanam Medaha Swaha. And finally we chant the Namaskar mantra 3 times with offerings. Om Namah Shambhavaya Cha Mayo Bhavaya Cha Namah Shankaraya Cha Mayaskaraya Cha Namah Shivaya Cha Shivataraya Cha Swaha. Om Namah Shambhavaya Cha Mayo Bhavaya Cha Namah Shankaraya Cha Mayaskaraya Cha Namah Shivaya Cha Shivataraya Cha Swaha. Om Namah Shambhavaya Cha Mayo Bhavaya Cha Namah Shankaraya Cha Mayaskaraya Cha Namah Shivaya Cha Shivataraya Cha Swaha. He Mangalesh Shankar Mangal Karo Hamara Pavan Prakash Paye परमार्थ पुण्य द्वारा परिजान पे पिला दो अवदर अगाध दानी तेरी शरण में आया हे भक्त यह भवानी हे भक्त यह भवानी. We acknowledge you, O peaceful being, the eternal source of joy and happiness. We acknowledge you, O giver of peace and spiritual well-being. We acknowledge you, O blissful one, who fulfills our material and spiritual desires. Ever and evermore we do acknowledge you and we do recognize you. Om. And now pass it back to Pandit Prakash Ji to continue with the Havan-Yachi.
Thank you very much, Padre Ram Samoj, for those special mantras on this Rishi Bodh Utsav evening. We return to our Om Agnaye Swaha Idam Agnaye Idana Mama Om Somaya Swaha Idam Somaya Idana Mama Om Prajapataye Swaha Idam Prajapataye Idana Mama Om Indraya Swaha Idam Indraya Idana Mama Om Bhuranaye Swaha Idamagnaye Idana Mama Om Bhurvayave Swaha Idamvayave Idana Mama Om Swaradityaya Swaha Idamadityaya Idana Mama Om Bhurvava Swaragi Vayavaditevya Swaha इदमग्नि वायुवादितेभ्यः इदन्नमः अथ ब्रह्म गायत्री सावित्री गुरुमन्त्रः ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यम् भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यम् भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यम् भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा शुष्टक्र आहुति मोहन भोग आहुति ॐ यदस्य कर्मणोऽत्यरीशम् यद्वा नूनमिहाकरम् अग्निस्तच्छ्रिष्टकृद्विद्या सर्वं सृष्टं सहुतं करोतु मे अग्नये शिष्टकृते सहुतहुते सर्वप्रायश्चित्ताहुतीनां कामानां समर्धयते सर्वानां कामान् समर्धय स्वाहा इदमग्नये शिष्टकृते इदनामः silent offering on the Prajapati. Om Swaha Idam Prajapataye Idanamama Sarvanvai Purnam Swaha. That all is perfect and all is complete. And O God, all is final and all is complete. And whatever degree of perfection this year has had, may that degree of perfection become a part of our lives forever and ever. Om Sarvanvai Purnam Swaha. Om Sarvanvai Purnam Swaha. Om Sarvanvai Purnam Swaha. Atha Mukhasparshah. Om Tanupa Agresi Tanvanme Pani Om Ayurda Agresi Ayurvedeni Om Varchoda Agresi Varsho Vedeni Om Agni Anme Tanva Unam Tanva Aprina Om Medhami Deva Savita Adhatu Om Medhami Devi Saraswati Adhatu Om Medhami Ashvina Devavadhattam Pushtarasrajo Om Agnisparsha Om Vachama Apyayatam Om Pranashama Apyayatam Om Chakshushama Apyayatam Om Shrotram Chama Apyayatam Om Yashobalam Chama Apyayatam. We'll chant Devama Deva Gana mantras. Om, the song of Rishi Vamadev. Om Bhurabhuvat Swaha Kayana Shitra Bhuvat Jyoti Sada Vridhasakha Kaya Shachishtaya अमृता ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तस्मात्सत्यो मदानां मन्हिष्ठो मत्सरन्धसः दृढाक्षिरारुजे वसु ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः अभीषुनः सखीनाम् अभिता जरित्रीणाम् शतं भवस्युक्तये शतं भवस्युक्तये इति अग्निहोत्रम् इति अग्निहोत्रम् इति अग्निहोत्रम् यज्ञ गीत। पूजनीय प्रभु हमारे भाव उज्ज्वल कीजिए छोड़ देवे छल कपट को मानसिक बल दीजिए वेद की गावे रचाए सत्य को धारण करे हर्ष में हो मान सारे सुख सागर से तड़े अश्वमेधा रचाए यज पर उपकार को धर्म मर्यादा चला कर लाभ दे संसार को नित्य श्रद्धा भक्ति से अज आदिया करते रहे रोग पीड़ित विश्व की संताप सब हरती रहे भावनामित जाए मन से पाप अत्याचार की कामनाएं पूर्ण होए यज्ञ से नर नारी की लाभकारी हो अवनर जीवधारी के लिए वायु जल सर्वत्र हो शुभ गंध को धारण की स्वर्ग भाव में हमारा प्रेम सात्र हो इदं मम भासा एक में व्यवहार हो हाथ जोड़ झुकाए मस्तक हाथ जोड़ झुकाए मस्तक वंदना हम कर रहे नाथ करुणा रूप करुणा आपकी सब पढ़ रहे प्रभु आपकी सब पढ़ रहे प्रभु आपकी सब पढ़ रहे ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् देश सब सुखी हो कोई न हो दुखाई सब हो निरोग भगवान धन धान के भंडारी सनमर्ग के पथित दुखियार कोई होए सृष्टि में प्राण रानी सृष्टि में प्राण रानी सृष्टि में प्राण रानी. We pray that, oh God, that may all be happy, may no one be afflicted with any kind of pain, may no one suffer any kind of illness, and may we all enjoy mature as well as spiritual happiness. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Our next segment of the program begins with a message from our Executive Director or Chairman of the Trustees by Vidyasagar Rajpal. Hi, Sagar.
Dear members of the Arya Spiritual Center Global Community, Namaste. On behalf of the management team, I welcome you to our special satsang this evening. I hope and trust you and your families are doing well in these challenging times. Tonight's program is dedicated to the celebration and observance of Shivaraatri and Rishi Bodh Utsav. We have a packed program starting with Havan, a couple of bhajans, and a well-researched pravachan on both topics. This program is streamed via Facebook and YouTube and available anytime for your convenience. As a reminder, we have weekly satsang every Sunday morning at 9 a.m., yoga via Skype every Wednesday, and meditation and sanya every Thursday evening via Zoom. Without further ado, I turn you over to Pandit Prakash, who will be leading us in Havan. Thank you and namaste.
फिर वेद का संदेश ले फिर वेद का संदेश ले आई थी दयानंद करने को क्लेश दूर सब करने को क्लेश दूर सब आए थे दयानंद फिर वेद का संदेश ले लोक में जब घोर अंधेरा छाया हुआ त लोक में जब घोर अंधेरा जान निशा दूरता सद जान सावेरा जान निशा दूरता सद जान सावेरा मन कर तभी राकेश से मन कर तभी राकेश से आई ती दयानंद फिर वेद का संदेश ले कर धूर अंधकार वेद भानु उगाया। कर दूर अंधकार वेद भानु उगाया। सोते हुओ को कर पकड़ के जगाया। सोते को कर पकड़ की जगाया। ज्योतित हुए अनलेश से, ज्योतित हुए अनलेश से आए थे दयानंद। वेद का संदेश ले। मीठा घात मगर तू न मिटेगा। आदेश मीठा घाटा मगर तू न मिटेगा। जब तक है सूर्य चंद्र कभी तू न मरेगा। जब तक है सूर्य चंद्र कभी तू न मरेगा। मरने को राग द्वेष तम, हरने को राग द्वेष तम आए ते दयानंद। फिर वेद का संदेश ले, फिर वेद का संदेश ले आए थे दयानंद। करने को क्लेश दूर सब, करने को क्लेश दूर सब आए ते दयानंद। फिर वेद का संदेश ले, फिर वेद का संदेश ले।
The Bodh, a moment of inspiration. O Vedic brother, O Arya sister, Rishi Bodh is here again. But do you remember Mul Shankar? Let us pause for a second and think for a moment. When will come your Bodh? Who will walk his road? O Vedic brother, O Vedic sister, how many Havans have you done? How many sacred pledges have you taken? How many Vedic promises have you broken? To follow Dharma, to perform good karma, to live in the Vedic light, to see with the Rishi's insight. O Hindu brother, O Hindu sister, When will you, like him, the vigil keep? When will you, like him, give up the sleep? When will you, like him, search and drink deep at the fountain of the Veda, on the mountain of discipline, behind the curtain of meditation? O Dharmic brother, O Dharmic sister. Another satsang, O mother, O father, passing you by without any bother? Havan and bhajan, discourse and bhojan. Where is your inspiration, O brother Aryan? Where is your mission, O Vedic man? Where is your vision, O blessed human? O Aryaputra, O Aryaputra. Let's give meaning to Rishi Dayanand's Bodh. Let's begin to walk the path that he showed. With Havan and Sandhya, let's take to the road. With Sanskar and Yajna, let's make light our load. Yoga and meditation, let's make our code. Hypocrisy and ignorance, never, never our mode. O Amritasya Putra, O child of divinity. Stand up now and be counted today. Don't be quiet, have something to say. Take a stand for truth and righteousness, to bring to a troubled world a little happiness. Thread the path of love by setting the example. Thank you, O Guru Deva. Thank you, O Swamiji. Thank you, Jagat Guru. Thank you, O Maharishi. By Pandit Deepak Raman. Namaste.
Namaste. जगाने जगत को दयानंद आए, जगाने जगत को दयानंद आए, जगाने मृतक को दयानंद आए, जगाने मृतक को दयानंद आए, दयानंद आए, दयानंद आए, जगाने जगत को दयानंद आए। हस्ततम में विमल वेद वेद्या, हुए हस्ततम में विमल वेद वेद्या, हर तरफ नास्तिका अवेद्या, गिरे हर तरफ नास्तिका अवेद्या, लिए वेदकार दयानंद आए, जगाने जगत को दयानंद आए। साहे कष्ट अनगेना, दिया सुख जगत को, साहे कष्ट अनगेना, दिया सुख जगत को, किया सत्य ज्योति, मिटाए असत्य को, किया सत्य दीपक, मिटाए असत्य को, नए प्राण दे सर दयानंद आए, जगाने जगत को दयानंद आए। मिले जब प्रभु से जले दीपमाला, मिले जब प्रभु से जले दीपमाला, दयानंद आए, दयानंद आए।
Namaste and welcome again to another Sunday morning program. Our first announcement is our yoga class on Wednesday night. That is from 6:15 to 7:15 p.m. via Skype. Please join us on Wednesday. You can send an email or send us a message, anyone in the executive body, and they will let you know where to go. Our second announcement is our Sandhya and meditation, which is held every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. via Zoom. That session is led by no other than Pandit Deepak Raman. Next announcement is our YouTube. We are now on YouTube. Like and subscribe so you can get notifications when Arya Spiritual Center goes live, whether it's on a Sunday morning or any special event. Our next announcement is our youth forum. Now, this youth forum is held monthly, so please disregard the date if you see it, but it is held monthly via Zoom for now. Now, if you would like to be part of the Mandir even further, we invite you to join our Mahela group. It's Women Empowering Women. Please make an effort to reach out to Pandita Nirvani, who is the point person for this program. They meet once a month, and once a month also on the third Sunday of the month, they have their Mahela led Sunday morning program. And our last announcement for right now is if you would like to make a paperless donation, please go ahead and aim your camera to the QR code. Once you get to the QR code, it will lead you straight to our PayPal link. And please remember to put in your address, your phone number, and contact information. And if you have a message for us, we more than invite you to leave us a message. And thank you. And that is all the announcements for right now. See you.
ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यम् भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। Om. Namaste, and a very special welcome to all of you, our dear followers on Facebook Live, the live stream, and on YouTube, the live stream. Friends, we know you're at your homes this evening, and you're enjoying the beautiful ambience of the Mahashivratri celebrations. We are very, very fortunate that we can be part of this celebration today, this evening. Mahashivratri, the great festival of Shiva, dedicated to Lord Shiva, is a very, very powerful symbol for Hindus all around the world. Millions of Hindus are today gathered, bearing the limitations of the virus in mind, but are gathered either in their homes or in limited numbers in the mandirs or in various places, and celebrating and chanting and engage in devotion of some type. This must produce a very, very beautiful vibration that we can also partake of. Shivaraatri. Shiva means Lord of benevolence, the Lord whose glory we sing every day and whose prayer and worship we conduct in our minds every day. This Lord who has blessed us with so much, who has blessed us with the very life itself, with these wonderful bodies, with the resources to conduct and to live our lives peacefully and happily. This Lord, the Lord of beneficence, is called Shiva. Now, tonight, devotees all over the world are worshiping Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, this great symbol of beneficence and mercy. We too will, in our prayers this evening, offer our worship to that Lord. In fact, the night itself, Shivratri, this particular night is close to the new moon, which will be on Saturday, signifying that it's for all of us a new beginning. It can be awakening. It can bring freshness and newness in our lives. About this night itself, there's nothing special about the night and the conditions. What makes it special is the devotion that devotees will pour out today. And that indeed is something that we can really identify with. The millions of devotees who are involved in devotion, in prayer, in worship, who have prepared themselves in special ways, who have abstained, who have conducted themselves in certain ways in preparation for this a beautiful festival of Shivratri. These devotees now with pure hearts and clean minds are now engaged in devotion. And that must have an effect on the environment, on the atmosphere. Friends, the other aspect of tonight that we are marking, especially the Arya Samaj and followers of the Arya Samaj, is called Rishi Bodh. Rishi refers to Swami Dayananda Saraswati, the founder of the Arya Samaj and the great reformer, who lived from 1825 to 1883 and founded the Arya Samaj. 1825 to 1883 and founded the Arya Samaj in 1875, and whose impact and whose work created such a stir in his time and left a permanent mark on the social, religious, cultural, and political landscape, particularly of the Indian subcontinent and spreading throughout the world. On this Shivratri night, Swamiji had a very unique experience, an inner experience, which is referred to as Bodh. What is the meaning of Bodh? Actually, Bodh comes from the same root meaning as Buddhi and Buddha, and that root is Dhi. Dhi meaning intellect, our discriminating faculty, our faculty of judgment and reasoning. So Bodh is someone who has a Bodh is an experience of awakening. It's an experience of shifting the pattern of thought, where we begin to see the same thing that we were looking at previously, we begin to see it in a different way. This is called a Bodh. You may hear the word enlightenment used for a Bodh, but perhaps awakening is a more appropriate term for this experience that Swami Dayananda had on this night. Later on, he experienced a series of life-changing incidents, and then through meeting various yogis and gurus and saints and sages, finally he attained enlightenment. And obviously, in the end, we say he attained nirvana, or he had qualified himself for moksha. So this Bodh of Swami Dayanand is a very significant thing for us today. It is important for us to remember that this is not a ritual. Nothing in our tradition, in our heritage, is a ritual, is a mere rite, is a mechanical act. Everything is a conscious activity that we put our life and our soul and our attention and our consciousness and bring it alive in the moment. When we consider the Bodh of Swami Dayanand, we have to consider very carefully how he attained Bodh. What were the contributing factors that allowed him to have an awakening? That's the first question I would say we ought to think about very deeply. And I put that question in front of us tonight. What do you think contributed? What are the main things that contributed to Swami Dayanand having a Bodh, a shift in his thinking and awakening in his thought process? What we may say, he had a paradigm shift in the way he saw the world. What? Well, Swamiji was just a young boy of 13 years, 13, 14 years, and his father insisted that he should fast for the day. And his father also prepped him in such a way to say that you will get a vision of this Mahadev, or this Lord Shiva. And as a young boy, he was already schooled in Vedic wisdom. Swamiji had Mool Shankar, as he was known then, at the age of 8 years, had committed to memory the whole of the Yajurveda. And he had already started to study all of the other associated and auxiliary texts that go with the Vedic studies. So he was not a novice in terms of the scriptures, but he was a young boy, all the same, 13, 14 years. And his father promised him, you will get a vision. If you fast, keep the discipline, and then keep the vigil. If you remain awake till the midnight hour, then you could have this special experience. This young boy, in his mind, this created a great zeal and expectation, because Lord Shiva is deemed to be this great omnipresent, omnipotent one. And if I should get just a vision or a glimpse, what an amazing experience that will be. And in his mind developed thoughts of expectation. First of all, we see he had the preparation. Preparation. He fasted, he did what he was told, he abstained. That is a fundamental thing in having a life-changing experience. In the Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna says, Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyenyasya grihyate. If you want to have life-changing experiences, it is based on abhyas, which means consistent, persistent, intense practice and discipline. abhyas. Swami Dayanand, in his preparation as a young boy, Mool Shankar had done his abhyas, and therefore it led to a bodh. The second aspect of the preparation was vairagya. Of course, he was a young boy. He didn't have attachments in terms of worldly attachments. His mind was only focused on education at that time. Having a focus, having a steadied focus on the goal, having an unswerving and unwavering focus on the goal, to the exclusion of peripheral matters, is a very important thing according to Sri Krishna in attaining the goal. Mool Shankar had this. He in his mind, he just wanted to see Lord Shiva, as told by his father. He didn't want anything else. He was one-pointed and very focused on that goal. So Swami Dayananda is in his preparation was displaying vairagya and abhyas. Vairagya and abhyas. These two were powerfully present in his preparation. The message of this, my friends, is pointing back to us that we all would like to have a bodh. We all would like to have an awakening. We all would like to live the awakened life, where we live in that from a space and from a place where we experience the joy and the pleasures of the pleasure of and the sheer happiness of living in a particular kind of way. This bodh will come if we devote ourselves to, on the basis of vairagya, one-pointedness, and abhyas, consistent practice. And we have to have an expectation. It is the expectation that draws by some unseen force of attraction. This expectation helps to draw that onto you. Now you may say, Swami Dayananda went to have this, went with the mandir to the mandir to have this vision of Lord Shiva, and he didn't. He was disappointed. He didn't see any vision. In fact, he saw something that created a lot of disappointment in his mind. However, look at what he got. Look at what he got. That whole incident created the shift in his thinking. That whole incident created the bodh. So he got the bodh, actually. He did get his bodh, though he was disappointed in the expectation, but he got his bodh. So friends, we see that abhyas, consistent practice, vairagya, being one-pointed in the pursuing the thing that we deem to be important in life, having a sense of strong expectation brings the results that we would like to have. It's a very powerful thing to look at how Swami Dayananda obtained his bodh. Sometimes we just say, well, he got this bodh, and he had a bodh, and because he was disappointed, but the mechanics and what's behind the psychological processes that he went through in obtaining the bodh is very, very interesting. And after that incident in the temple, he went home and he became very introspective. That incident triggered in his mind a volley of thoughts, a flood of thoughts in a certain direction. And he could not shake those thoughts out of his mind. Just like when we become obsessed with something, when we become obsessed even with a person and we can't shake them off our minds, similarly, Swami Dayanand became obsessed with the thought of that incident. He didn't let it go. He didn't let it pass by. He delved into it. He let it marinate in his mind. He let it rotate in his mind. And that rotation and that churning in his mind created the momentum now for him to move forward along that path. Very often in life, we have an inkling of a Bodh, but we don't pursue it. We have a nice thought came in our minds that we should do this, we should move in this direction, we should move in that direction. But it just remains a thought, and we didn't act upon it. Swami Dayanand acted on it in his mind. And then he got a big push in that direction. That Bodh got further intensified by the passing of two loved ones in his family. His sister, his younger sister, and his uncle. This is what he says when his sister passed, after his younger sister passed. I thought I too may be snatched away at any time and die. Whither then shall I turn to alleviate this human misery connected with death? Where shall I turn to find comfort from this thing called death? Where shall I find assurance and the means of attaining mukti, the final bliss or liberation? It was there and then that I came to the determination that I must find it, whatever the cost is, and thus save myself from the untold miseries of dying, of the dying moments of an unbeliever. This was the second phase of the Bodh of Swami Dayanand. The first phase was in the temple. The second phase of his Bodh came on experiencing death close to his own family, friends. And this propelled him to go along a certain way. We see Swami Dayanand saw one death, two, his sister and uncle. We see death happening every day around us, close to us. We are part of it. Can we allow that experience to propel us to Bodh too? Very, very important question. In Swami Dayanand's case, and in many cases, the experience of seeing a death or experiencing death close to us is enough to push us in a certain direction in life, to make us change gears. To make us do things differently, to make us have a different mindset about the whole aspect of life and living, and what is the purpose, and what's this journey all about. We just took the experience of two deaths in Swami Dayanand's case. How many deaths do we need to experience for our thinking to shift? This is a question. that we all have to ask ourselves. In death, we understand life. Swami Dayanand says, I must conquer death. Two things he set out to do in his life. I must find the real Shiva. I'm not satisfied with the one I saw in the mandir. I want the real thing. Secondly, he says, I left home in order to find a victory for death, to find the means of conquering death. And in his deathbed, we see that his mission was accomplished. His deathbed experience shows us that he left. He didn't die. He left. He left his mortal coil when he realized that the time had come and the mortal coil was in no condition to support life again. Friends, the experience of the Bodh should urge us and prod us and prompt us to want to have our own Bodh. As followers of Swami Dayanand, we should not be satisfied to come every year on Rishi Bodh Utsav and repeat his experiences, his story, history in the name of Rishi Bodh. Tonight should provide us with a push, with a catalyst to say in our minds, I want Bodh too. And I want it in this life. I am not going to postpone it, because if I keep postponing, when I am reborn, I will say the same thing. I want it in the next life. And that procrastination will continue. Swami Dayanand's case, as a 13-year-old, he said, I want it in this life. This is Rishi Bodh. It's a call for each and every one of us to sit down tonight, to wake tonight. It's important for us to stay awake tonight. Follow our Sanatanis brothers and stay awake. Uttishtata, Jagrata, Jag. You cannot get bored when you sleep. You cannot be awakened when you sleep. And begin a new phase in our lives. Begin the preparation. Begin the hard work. It's hard work, but it's sweet. The results are sweet. To have our own Bodh. This is my thoughts for tonight on this Rishi Bodh. And let us move together. Sam Gachadvam, Sam Vadadvam, Sam Mohanansi Janata. Let's move together, speak together in one voice, and let's all say, we are moving towards Bodh. The Arya Samaj cannot be strong if we don't have strong members. The Hindu community cannot be strong if the links are not strong. Self-development, personal growth, spiritual growth of every individual is what we need. What the need of the day is. दयानंद के गीत गा गुणों को हमें जो न गाए कहो कौन गाए दयानंद के गीत गा गुणों को हमी जो न गाए कहो कौन गाए। लिए वेद विद्या के पावन मशाले अविद्या माँ को भगाता रहा जो संजोए हुए प्राण धात्री प्रभावी सदा भारती को जगाता रहा जो उसी के पदों की बनी पद्धति को हमी जो न जाए कहो कौन जाए। दयानंद के गीत गा नोखो हमी जो न गाए कहो कौन गाए। If we do not sing the songs and the praises and the glory of Maharishi Dayananda, who will? If we do not follow in his footsteps, who will? He took the pure light of the Ved and conquered the darkness of night, the night of ignorance, and resuscitated the dead bones of India. If we do not walk on the path that he cleared, who will? Who will? My dear friends, with these thoughts, I will say thank you so much for joining in this Rishi Bodh and the Shivaraatri program this evening. We are indeed blessed. This is a very special night with all the devotion that is being poured out around the world in whatever form. It does create something nice, and capitalize on that. If you can remain awake, chanting, singing, introspecting, meditating for some time, like Dayanand, make it a special evening to remain awake for some time at least, and take a look in the rearview mirror, and then look forward and see what we need to do in our personal lives to make the difference, to achieve the Bodh. Thank you so much for listening and for being here with us. I wish each and every one the blessings of Paramatma, of the Supreme Lord, of Lord Shiva, the same Paramatma that we worship constantly and continuously. And may you have your Bodh. Namaste. And I now pass you back to Pandit Prakash Ji for the closing of our program today. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Pandit Deepakji, for that very inspirational, informational, and evocative pravachan. And I do hope that all the listeners tonight who are looking at us on YouTube and Facebook, that they're indeed very inspired by your pravachan. As we come to a close tonight, we want you to join us again on Sunday for our Sunday Satsang, and join your beautiful voices in this Arti Bhajan. Oh, Jai Jagadish Hare, Swami Jai Jagadish Hare, भक्त जनों के संकट, भक्त जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, जो ध्यावे फल पावे, दुख बिन से मन का, स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का, सुख संपत्ति घर आवे, सुख संपत्ति घर आवे, कष्ट मिटे तन का। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, मात पिता तुम मेरे शरण गहो किसकी स्वामी शरण गहो किसकी तुम बिना न दूजा तुम बिना न दूजा आज करो जिसकी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम पूर्ण परमात्मा तुम अंतर्यामी स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम करुणा के सागर तुम पालन करता स्वामी तुम पालन करता दीन दयालु कृपालु दीन दयालु कृपालु कृपा करो बनता ओम जय जगदीश हरे विष विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा स्वामी पाप हरो देवा श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ संतन की सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट भक्त जनों के संकट शतदे दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे अथा Shanti Pata. We pray that, O God, that may there be peace in the heavenly regions, may there be peace in the atmosphere, may peace reign on earth, may the waters be soothing, and may the medicine herbs be healing, may the plants be the source of peace to all, may all enlightened persons bring us peace, may the Vedas spread peace throughout, and may all other objects bring us peace, and may peace even bring peace to us as we pray. Om Jal Shanti Antariksham Shanti Prithvi Shanti Rapan Shanti Roshadaya Shanti Vanaspatya Shanti Vishvi Deva Shanti Brahma Shanti Shanti Reva Shanti Sama Shanti Redhi Om Shanti 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 Om प्रेम से बोलो कार्ड भगवान की जय प्रेम से बोलो वैदिक सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय प्रेम से बोलो ऋषि बोध उत्सव की जय As you retire to your various homes and to your resting place tonight, we pray that this evening was inspiration to you, was inspirational to you. And we chant our Bhojan mantra, Om Anapati Anasya Lodhi, Anamivasya Shushmina, Prapradataram Tarisha, Orjanodhi, Dvipade Chanushmane, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste.